at Benton. Hello, sir.
Hi, Nancy.
So our director, Vincent Pierce, he saw you last July in Pioneer Square playing. He texted me and basically said, "You gotta get this guy." So we're so happy to have you. So why don't we introduce your cohorts here, starting back here.
Well, this is Mr. Arthur Ortega back here on the drums.
Arthur.
And this is Mr. Jesse James on the bass.
Hey, you guys. Nice to have you here. Now, you grew up in the South. And where?
So I was born in Alabama. And I lived in southern Alabama, like northern Florida area, pretty much my whole life.
And surrounded by music from the get-go? And
I have family members that play, you know, I mean, there's always music going on down there, so if I wasn't around people playing it, I mean, I'd be listening to it otherwise or playing it myself.
So you play a style of blues, country blues, right? So for someone who doesn't know everything about the blues, like myself, what specifically does that mean, country blues? So
country blues is a genre that, you know, them folks in northern Mississippi, they couldn't afford radios, you know, they couldn't afford to hire whole bands. They couldn't afford to go, I mean, especially couldn't afford to go out and see shows. I mean, you know, it was very rural down there. And so they came up with this real rhythmic music, and it's like you're playing like the rhythm and the lead at the same time, you know, so folks can dance at their house parties. And, you know, you got one person doing it all, but what we do is like an extension of that. So. And
so you just recorded last in April your first studio album, right? And it's called "You Got to Pray" on the Knick-Knack label, which is here in Seattle. Is that "You Got to Pray"? Is that figuratively or literally? Both.
Both.
Yes, you got to do both.
It's something my grandmama used to tell me when I was a kid, you know, and ever since I started playing music, I mean, she came to see me one time, one of my first big shows. We played this big theater down in Pensacola, and she came and she had just gotten cancer treatment. And she came and listened to me play, and she said it just recharged her whole soul. You know what I mean? And
that's fabulous.
You know,
music will do that.
It will.
Music will do that.
That's why we do it.
That's why you do it.
You know?
Right. And there is the CD right there, by the way. So you got, and also I know you got some really royalty on this record, playing on this record, right? Some Delta blues royalty.
So Cedric Burnside, he's the grandson of R.L. Burnside. He's good friends of ours, and he is a good friend of ours. And yeah, I was down there in Mississippi. We were on tour last year, and he basically was like, "Yeah, man, I'll come in."
Well, that says something right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that says
Well, thank you.
So you got a couple songs for us, and off the record, what are you gonna do first? What's up first?
So it'll be the title track called "You Got to Pray."
You got to pray. I think we all need a little bit of that.
I hear you.
All right, you ready to pray?
Yeah.
Guys, you ready to pray?
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
ladies and gentlemen, Brett Benton.
When the rain's shaking your home, your friends ain't around, baby. Lord knows you got to save yourself before you drown. The river water been rising above the ground. Lord knows you've been crying so loud that you can't even hear a sound, but you ain't going down. You got to pray to keep the water down. You got to pray. And the thunder cracking through the sky, baby. The trees creak and moan. The wind rolling like a freight train, honey. Shake you down to your bone. So dark that you can't see a thing. All your hope is gone. You just got to hold on tight, baby, and keep hanging on, 'cause you ain't going down. got to pray. And when the dark clouds is leaving, baby, and the sun come through, and the birds get back to singing, baby, like they always do. When the rain stops coming, baby, and your tears do too, you got to get back in the world, baby, and you got to do it for you, 'cause you ain't going down. You got to pray to keep the water down. Thank y'all.